Hello again, lovely people. Welcome to my cottage again. I have to say to the American people, I say, you failed. I failed you. I failed. Finally, after many months in my Iranian channel in Persian, I got a comment yesterday. Somebody wrote, Hamshahri. Hamshahri means from our city, from Kermanshah. Said, you are far from the real world. The real world. I know you had a hard life, something. I replied it. Thank you. I got a good comment. I know. Little. I am far from the real world because that people was very different and were in the in another world in mind. They changed the world. For example, look like a sheep, 100 sheep go back of each other, but sometimes one of them go a different way. For example, when I say I wrote a book, I connected my biography to the American school, everything. In my book is my base of my real life is my lifestyle. But I connected my biography into the American school. I was in Turkey. I said my soul came to the America. I wrote that. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's not effective. But myself, I am sure it can be effective. For example, this is a light. This light, I had a Iranian friend said we went to the hunting. My brother in evening hunted the one deer, but he lost his way and was dark. He couldn't came back. He didn't have any light to make a fire. That night was very hard and cold for him. And tomorrow, some people came to help us. We found the brother. So that brothers and family and my friend said, when we went to the hunting, said to me, Osai, don't bring too much stuff with yourself. I had the handgun with myself, and I had the light, some salt, something. I said, light is good. You go walking, you follow the birds, and you shooting everything in hunting season. Hunting season, you know, is very cold weather. So you need some light and one firearm. I went to the hunting when I was 20 years. I had only one single shot, crazy shotgun. When you shoot, the case didn't came out. You change that single bullet. So I came to the U.S. This is my last orders. Welcome, take some chocolate. Sometimes I say I failed because I put too much money on bullet and handgun. Equal with that, I wanted to get a progress about my channel, about my book and my target. So I used the literature to be connected with the gun. Some people wrote for me in the comment, Iranian people from our country. In my Iranian channel is a tofang pedari, father's gun. In our culture, I said before, gun is very important. So somebody wrote in that my first clip is sample of my book, my mind, everything. I talk about my book and I tell about, I read some part of my poem in Turkey and my text, and I play music. I show the Golak 20. They say, oh, you are very sensitive and good feeling with the poem, with the instrument, how you talk with the gun. I say, yeah, I am different. I try to connect the use the literature and love. Also, the gun is one of part of my love. I love these palettes, but I try to piece. For example, some people loves knife. They have a collection of knife, but I don't like that. I say knife before maybe 100 years ago was a art, and for saving the people, and was art. But this time, gun is art for me because has a many technology, many progress. For example, I worked with a lift last week. Some American people, young people, they said to me, "Oh, new law is your handgun magazine cannot you load it over 10 bullets." I said, "Oh, what a crazy law." Yes, the good people like me only can take 10 bullets in the magazine. Is good for the bad people, because bad people don't think about the law that take 10. When, for example, I am in a school, some crazy coming with the magazine with 20 shot, how I can reply it with 10 shot? I say my book can help in this culture and give some knowledge and ability to the disabled people in mind and thinking. I talked with my daughter today, about 2 hours ago. Here is about 2-3 p.m., but in Iran was about 2-3 hours ago was evening in Iran. I talked about my daughter. I said I created a YouTube channel, but doesn't have a progress because most of the people love looking at some movie, something doesn't need thinking. But even in our country, when I listen to the Shajarian was very famous about, unfortunately, about 2-3 years ago. Sorry, we lost the Master Shajarian. Shajarian has a very beautiful voice and mind. But first, when I bought the cassette from Shajarian, first I listened to the poem. The poem was important for me. Sometimes I bought a cassette. I was in university. I was a student. I listened that cassette maybe 10 times at one night. So I said maybe I got a depression, but it was look like a medicine. He read some poem from Hafiz, Saadi, Rummi, Ghazali, Nizami. So these poems, when I had 2 books. One was from Saadi, one was from Hafiz, and one from the Rummi, Masnawi, I think. I read that books raised me. When I came here, I saw Jesus in my dream. I said, if we say tariqat, I was in way, but the end of that, Jesus came to my dream. So I said, when you are talking about something, you push the people to thinking. Especially when you are thinking opposite the people, they move you and look at another clip. I say, please accept me, look like a second father. When I talk with people, many people need many experience about love, about life. I say life, sometimes I say alive, live. You know, when you learn another language is hard, especially with a higher age is more difficult. So I am not regret about this channel. This is about 1 year. I have only 300 people is my subscriber. I am very happy that 300 people if understand my poem and my words. I am very happy. I hope to be better, more than this. But yeah, when I am talking about my belief, is very different. Little I talk about my belief. When I came here, I went to the, because I saw Jesus in my dream, mostly I went to the church. And it's very good. When you came to the US, nobody asked about you, even from people from your country. But at least the people from church, they are very good. They say, when you see the new people coming, say, oh, please come to our church. I went to some church, but I saw Jesus in my dream. When I saw Jesus in my dream in San Diego, I came to the Oregon. I came to the Seattle finally. I went to the church. I gave a few, first part of my book is look like a poem I gave to the one church, one Iranian pastor, but he said, yeah, I didn't notice that. I said, yeah, your experience, when I asked, your experience cannot help the American people. You have to write you have to read the whole Bible, and you wrote your book on base of the Bible. I have we had one very weak Iranian friend in the church, said a good thing, said, why you write your book on base of the Bible? The people directly go and read the Bible. And I said, is my biography, is not a Jesus biography. I wrote my biography, and finally that pastor with the push connected my biography to the Jesus and church. But I say, I cannot say this is crazy, because when I came here, Iranian restaurant didn't accept me. Even asleep was a night I couldn't rent a room because they asked about the background check. But I said, no, I did a background check when I came to the US. The US held me 4 years for FBI check something. They afraid that more than the background check. So I came to the restaurant. The restaurant didn't let me go in also. I said, can I come and charge my phone and eat the dinner? And it's a very beautiful story. The clip will be long, so sorry. And that night was a Saturday night and was my birthday, about 10 days later in August. When I came to the Seattle, yeah, I went to that restaurant. I was very sad. I ordered the one dinner, and I didn't pay for that. They didn't take money. When you say bad things about somebody, in my book, I called myself, look like a justice, Adel, I said. I look at the friends and my family and enemy with look like a good judge. I didn't do judgment and with bias on one side. So one lady was Arab lady and danced in that place. I was very sad. I thought about many problems. I have $3,000 I saved. I work at top of the mountain in Oregon with very good Mexican people. So if I said I go to the hotel for a few days, I lost my money, I cannot rent the room. I had many stress. And that crazy people in a restaurant all the time look like, in our country we say baju. When you go to the prison, some people come ask you very rough. They ask me, show me, where you look at the room? They look at me, look like a liar. But 2 times I have been connected with them. I came to the Seattle. I said, please give me, and I play some music in your restaurant. Please help me to rent a room, something. When 2 times I called them, they didn't answer me. The second I said, how many times you called us, something. When I came here, they were very rough. So I want to say a summary. That lady danced in the place and came, took my hand, said, come dancing with me. I said, go please, release me. But when I created an Iranian clip, I said, maybe she was an angel. I didn't understand. But I didn't understand. Sometimes you are 100% sad. At that night with stomachache, I couldn't sleep. When I came to the Turkey with a helicopter from Turkey, I got helicopter. The doctor, after about 3 months later, the caseworker with the Jewish family community sent me to the doctor. I said I have problem, but they said, oh, so sorry, we forgot something. So that lady was an angel and said, come dance with me. I said, please go and release me. But maybe it was an angel from God. They said, you bended from the backpack of the sadness, but sometimes some people come closer, you say, laugh and dancing on these problems in this crazy world. Crazy world. So I think I said many things I wanted. I don't know what I didn't say, but I found in one Iranian clip, the very strong guy in mind said, when you visit Saadi, when you visit Shakespeare, only you can say, hi, how are you, what are you doing, what you do. You cannot say in another church. I said, I heard some in one school in Texas, I think, one crazy student killed another also. I said, yeah, my book is for that. I am sad about that. Said, oh, what you wrote in your book? One crazy only asked this question. I look at that clip, they said, if you visit Shakespeare, if you visit Saadi, you cannot get anything. You have to read their book. How the people can talking about the one book story in 5 minutes, in 2 hours. But I work at the hotel in elevator, about 1 minute 60 seconds. I said to somebody, I came to the US with 2 books and 1 instrument, but they said, oh, please take a garbage and later we talk about that. But I say, okay, later is late, because I believe every day is late for my book, because it's for staff awareness in American school and studies also these days. And especially is about the belief. My last clip, I talk about the belief. So finally, I want to say only, yesterday I called a friend in a church, Iranian church I go, unfortunately, because of Jesus, I go to the church. I don't go to the church, they introduce Jesus for me. Jesus is with me and my heart, in my heart. But unfortunately, so sorry, my mind is blowing with many problems I have, but one thing is inside, you are happy. For example, you think you are a rich man, everything in America is dollar. I put my price of my book about $7 billion. If nobody believe that, I believe that it has a price, because it can save the people. How many is the price of the soul? We say John. When you save the one guy, how much is the price? You know, when your kids go to the school, you are worried about that. This book is for that. And also is second father for millions of the people. So sorry I cannot edit my clips. I hope has many problems. I hope you are with me and you forgive me. So when you visit the Saadi and Hafiz, you cannot get anything. You have to read their book and all of the story. Somebody say if you read the one part of the Quran, maybe say, oh, is opposite of the morality, opposite of the sin. But many people say you have to read all of them, not to take only one part. They say is that. So I am believer. I believe Jesus. I defend of the another religion also. I don't attack the another people. In my last clip, I said I am a Christian, but I don't want you to be Christian, because in this world I love the different. If everybody will be a Christian, maybe it's little boring. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes I am talking with feeling. Sometimes in believer they say, sometimes Holy Spirit come ahead of you and show you some way. And when the morality, when the reason you look, I wrote my book on base of the reason. not in my walking on air. Jesus itself said, I came for the people, sinner people and sick people. Sick people need a doctor. So thank you so much. You listened to me. I don't know what I said, what I didn't said. I wrote one small list. I hope you can see something. So I failed Dawn. I failed you. I put too much money. It was 7 years I am in US. I came to the US with $50. I put many money on guns and bullet to help my channel go progress, and I connected literature and my poem in with gun. I couldn't find the good translator, but in my Iranian channel I talk about that very easily. Thank you so much. You listen to me. Yes, I am different. I am very crazy. I gave my channel to my manager on job. I gave to the company, the manager of the company also. But I have inside I am happy. But is there little risk when you go somewhere? You have to write yes. Say it is bad or good. But for example, one manager may be afraid of you have a gun and fire you. So maybe I lost my job. But I believe if I saw Jesus in my dream and I create the Jesus name can help me. Thank you so much for you listening to me. So sorry my clip have been very long. God bless you. Please share and subscribe if you find it is useful. If not, what can I say?